Uh, Years ago, people used to ask me, what is soul? What is soul? What is soul? Thank you. And so I used to tell them anything of an African origin. I didn't know whether that bounced over their head or not. But I think that the music now is it's been played too long. You know, it's good that you like classical music because it was a period of composers that put some music down that maybe you can't duplicate today. Just like I noticed Oklahoma, I've been seeing that 2 or 3 times a year since I was a little boy. What I'm saying is that we don't have any creative energies in our communities anymore. What little we have is being taken out, trying to fit a corporate structure. So if you'll notice, maybe I'm sure you have, if you like good music, that good music is fading. If you had been in Chicago in 40, 47, 50, 57, 60, and that's when it started to die. When Sun Ra left, that was about it. Because now we're getting people playing music that I was playing when I was in high school. I think that's ridiculous for jazz because it's a creative music. Creative music should be created regularly. And it feeds people because their response that you have to music you're not even familiar with yet. It may be 10 or 12 years in the future before they tell you what your response, your body's and your health is dependent upon music. And the reason we know that is because all societies have music as their fundamental and their foundation. And when you go into cosmology, you go even deeper. And when I say cosmology, I mean connecting with the cosmos. The only way you can connect with the cosmos is through music. If you don't do it through music, you're not going to do it any other way. And the music is related to the 7 colors of the rainbow. And it's waking you up, trying to tell you something that you need to recognize the cosmos instead of just focusing on Chicago. And if you focus on the cosmos, you'll line up with your body. I knew it was gonna be this kind of day, but I've had them before, so I'm up to it. All right. See, I've had them much worse, and so I'm grateful to the group here. This record store is my favorite record store. Let's deal with these guys. And it's here at Hyde Park where you can come and get the latest stuff. Now, you know about my sons, some of you do. I have 8 sons who are playing in a group, their group called, thank you. All right. And I have one piece we put out last April. They asked me to come to the studio and didn't tell me what was happening. And then after about 2 or 3 hours of nodding, they said, we want you to say something. So I went into the microphones and I said, what do you want me to say? They said, well, black boy. So they played the music and I just made it up as I went along from some of my classes. And if you heard it, you know that I spoke about the 4th and 5th chapter of Revelation, which refers to the Lamb as being thousands and thousands and 10,000 times 10,000, which is the ancient way of saying millions. And so the Lamb is millions of people who were slain to receive knowledge. And you know who was slain because you can still smell the death. If you don't, you ask me after the show. But however it comes out, we want to present this next song as a departure from the old music. We're trying to get into, to stimulate something else, open up, because a lot of people copy me, so maybe enough will copy me to change the music. So that's the rationale behind playing the heartland. Knowledge. It means the tree of knowledge. And we're not going to go into that. I don't know how many people study cosmology. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 here studying cosmology. Well, I want to tell you something. You might be shocked to find out that Africans were dealing with 23 degrees tilt of the earth at least 1 million years ago. I hate to do that to you. But the 23 degree tilt produces results of the earth and its cycle of precession of the equinox. The earth drops back about 4 minutes a day. 25,920 years is back to the same place in the cosmos. And that place was marked by ancient people because they thought it was the most important time or the most important beginning of a cycle. And so we started last summer a cycle of 25,920 years. Don't ask the astronauts, don't ask the NASA because they're not dealing with this. This is coming from archaeoastronomy. And you have to study ancient symbols and find out how people express themselves as you go back in ages. But we are at the beginning of an age, so all the old stuff is dead. You hear me? All the old stuff cheating, $5.99 for something that should cost $6. But they tell you it's $5 to use, to put you in a trick bag. All right? All these nefarious practices of financial practices on your phones and on your lights and gas and all of, gasoline going up without any real cause. And they pass on a little pittance to the news people, and they look kind of stupid saying what we need in gas. Actually, we shouldn't even be taking gas out of the ground, oil out of the ground, because we've been taking it out for over 100 years. And what did we put back in there? Isn't that something to replace that oil? Okay, so then we're going to play our contribution of new music. It's called The Tree of Knowledge.